Good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy Wassy Wednesday. I am back in North Carolina, back home after traveling to Toronto. If you've been following all of my lives every week, you know I was in Toronto last week and I gave you a little glimpse of the Toronto skyline. It was good visiting family, friends, family, everybody for a little while. But I am back, and it is week 3 of 4 of Love Like a Carnivalista. And this week's topic is Big Up Yourself, the underrated qualities that make us as Black women beautiful. Now, if you don't understand what big up means, let me explain. Big up is actually a Jamaican term, and it really means to pump yourself up, give yourself props. Make sure that you are, making yourself feel good, talking about yourself positively. So last week I did talk about self-love, why it is important, and many self-love myths. And in case you missed it, I will definitely put the link to that in the comments. And as you are watching, definitely leave me a comment, say hello, say what's up, how's your Wednesday doing, all of that stuff. So that was last week, and a part of self-love is, talking about and being very, very aware of being beautiful and what makes you feel beautiful and just how beautiful you are. So I'm going to be talking about 2 underrated qualities today. And next week, in week 4 of Love Like a Carnivalista, I will talk about the final 2 qualities. And of course, there are hundreds of qualities that make us as Black women beautiful, but I'm only focusing on 4. All right, so in case you're watching, you don't know who I am, I'm Esha, Carnivalista in Chief of the Carnivalista Lifestyle, and we are all about travel and self-love and loving on yourself and being fabulous. So, as I said, please say hi in the comments if you're watching the replay after the fact, because of course it is the middle of the work afternoon. Definitely type #replay in the comments. All right. So why did I decide to talk about this? So we need to toot our own horn. All right. If you are waiting for somebody to say, girl, you're beautiful, you might be waiting a very long, long time. And ain't nobody got time for that, right? So big up yourself, compliment yourself, look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I am beautiful and this is why. I am beautiful and this is why. And you can just say you're beautiful. You don't even need a reason why. But that's why it's so important to celebrate your own beauty and don't wait for somebody to tell you that you are beautiful, because you are, and I'm here to tell you that you are. All right. So the first underrated quality that makes us as Black women beautiful is the rich diversity of our skin tones. I am always personally amazed at the wide range of beautiful skin tones that we all are. That melanin popping, yes, all of the things. From deep ebony to caramel, we just have a natural glow and a natural radiance that I absolutely love. And, you feel it too, right? When you walk into a room and you're immediately drawn to whoever the other African American is in the room, and it's just because we are such magnetic people, naturally, just based on the color of our skin. And it's important to embrace all skin tones because historically, as you know, given the history of Africans in America, we were taught to celebrate the lighter tones, right, for a very, very, very long time. And there's still so much work to do. However, it's good to see, especially where women are concerned, there are standout cosmetic companies that have taken steps to celebrating the wider range of tones as just opposed to the lighter side of the spectrum. All right. And one of the things that personally I experienced was colorism, as it is called, in the Caribbean growing up. Some of you may or may not know I grew up on the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. And as a child, lighter tones, lighter skins were definitely seen more in the local media, seen more celebrated around you. Maybe some of you grew up in families where those who were lighter skinned were favored, and that is the history of colorism around the world, not just in the Caribbean or in the US or Canada or Europe, around the world. And it really took my mother's encouragement, you know, representation of African people on our walls in our home before I started bigging up myself, which is what all of this is about today. And I encourage you to appreciate your melanin skin. You know, it really has to start from within you, because if you're waiting for the world around you to celebrate you, it really has to start from within. So as you look at yourself in the mirror, love, 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 love your melanin. All right. Now comment yes if you are loving the skin that you're in. I definitely want to see those yeses in the comments. All right. So let's go on to number 2 of what underrated qualities we have as Black women that make us beautiful. And number 2 is our distinctive hair textures and hairstyles. We have hair that defies gravity. Okay, in case you didn't know that, I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but in case you didn't know that, we should celebrate this. Now, like many of you, and maybe this is not an issue that you had personally yourself, but I know I did not know what to do with my hair. And the only examples that I had around me with aunties and whoever, with the very, very few exceptions, was, you know, to have your hair pressed. You know, every Sunday, my mom would put me in the kitchen, sit down with the pressing comb on the stove, press my hair. And that's really the only thing that I knew. As I got older, she allowed me to perm my hair as a teenager. And I did my own hair growing up, pretty much mostly. And I really thought that was the only way. You know, there are very few examples around me, and especially in the media at that time, I'm talking about the 80s, early 90s, you know, it was flat iron, you know, pressed hair, permed hair, you know, press and curl. That's really what was so prevalent back then, you know. And I really thought that was the only way. But as I got older, you know, I really got tired of the whole process, you know, especially the perming and the using of the chemical relaxers. And in 2005, finally, for some reason, a switch just went off, and I was like, I really don't want to do this. I had literally bought the box of perm. I had my box of Dark and Lovely, getting ready to perm my new growth. And I just got tired of it. I just said, no, I don't want to do this anymore, you know. And I let my hair grow out, and it transitioned into locks. And I had my locks for the next 10 years. And then I chopped it all off. And here we are today. This is the growth that has happened since 2016, when I had cut it all off at that point. I cut off all my locks. I got tired of locks as well, so just chopped it all off. And here we are today. Now, the versatility of, if my own hair journey doesn't even show the versatility of our natural hair textures, because I have done it all. I've done the curly, the coily, the kinky, the twist, the locks, the braids, the cane rows or cornrows. I've done it all, you know, and that is just the versatility and the beauty of our hair. You know, popular hairstyles, of course, you know, afros, braids, twists, locks, it just shows the versatility of our hair. And then how many people want to have our hair, you know, like we see all of the cultural appropriation that is happening out there with, you know, our cane rows, our this and all of that. But, you know, it's because it comes from us, and that is just our natural creativity. And we actually have the hair that started all of that, right? So definitely love, love, love your hair. Get to know your hair, ladies. You know, I know it can be hard. We all have such busy lives, and we tend to default to what we know and what is easiest. But there are so many great hair products out there now, techniques, tools, and you know, I've really started to learn that it's all about the technique. You know, you can have all of the great products in the world, but if you do not know how to care for your hair, and even if you don't want to care for it yourself, there are so many natural hair salons now. There are way more than when I was growing up, which is why I really started doing my own hair. Because I didn't want to go to hair salons, and then they just wanted to perm my hair. Didn't know what to do with it, right? But now there's so much more that is out there. I highly recommend Black Girls Curls. I love their method of, you know, wash and go and all that stuff, and they have product recommendations, and I just love that whole vibe, you know, like encouraging us as Black women to embrace our natural hair texture. So loving your skin, loving your hair, yes, definitely give me a yes in the comments. I am definitely for all of that. So those are the 2 underrated qualities I'm going to share with you all today. If you would like to read a little bit more and get some links that go along with this video for resources to help you love your hair and love your skin, definitely follow the link in the comments. And next week, I will be back with week 4 of Love Like a Carnivalista. I'll be sharing 2 more underrated qualities that make us beautiful. Now, what qualities do you love the most about us? Please leave me a comment. And I hope this was fun for you to watch and gives you a little bit more inspiration to big up yourself. Big up your damn self. All right? Love yourself. That's all for me today, and we'll see you in the next video.